Welcome to the KingCast, the live podcast where we cover the latest Bethesda news. The KingCast is every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Central, right here in the King's Corner. The King's Corner is the place for all things Bethesda, so if you love Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, and even Starfield, and you're not subscribed yet to the KingFanMan channel, hit that subscribe button for the latest in Bethesda news, lore, live streams, podcasts, and more. Now here is your host of the KingCast. He's not a fanboy, he is the KingFanMan. Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan, and this is the KingCast, the live podcast where we cover the latest Bethesda news. And I'm joined with two fabulous co-hosts, and y'all know them. They've been here before, and we had to bring them back. It's the guys from Bethesda Unpatched. Joe the Widget down at the bottom, and Kilo up there at top. Y'all say hi and tell everybody about y'all's channel.
What's up, guys? Yeah.
Tell them why they should subscribe to you.
Well, they should just subscribe to us because we do a lot of the same things King does. We cover everything Bethesda, everything in the news. We go through gameplays. We have main topics every week. We've been talking about a lot about Microsoft lately.
Yeah.
So anything related that can affect Bethesda, we do it.
Absolutely. I love their channel. I love their podcast. Y'all, please go subscribe. Do that before we do anything else. By the way, their link is down in the description, but it's also the pinned comment in the live chat. So if you're watching this live, just go right there to the pinned comment, click on it, you can subscribe, and we'll get on with the podcast. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us again.
I enjoyed y'all being on last time, and we're going to enjoy it this time. We got a lot to talk about. By the way, next week, Queen may be here. Queen may be my co-host next week, so that's kind of cool. And then the week after that, Colt Eastwood's going to be here, so I'm not telling y'all which one I like better. So, never mind. Today, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the new Xbox console that was leaked and then confirmed. We've got a lot of Fallout 76 news to get you caught up on. We have got every leak that has been given for Starfield, plus the rumors and everything confirmed. So we're going to go over everything we think is going to be in the upcoming update for Starfield. That'll be a biggie. And, of course, as you know, we're going to get into a lot more Elder Scrolls 6, all that kind of good stuff, and your questions and comments. So be sure and again, I'm going to watch the chat a little bit better, but if you really want what your question or comment is for me to see, put it on a super chat, and, of course, I always appreciate those. And, by the way, I want to say thank you to my members, the King's crew, and the patrons. Y'all keep the lights on. So let me say hi to everybody, and then we'll get going here. Doll, what's going on? The dang surfer, you're here. Stand tall. Everybody bow. Here he comes. Thank you, stand tall. Matt's here, the Area Uncensored. Oh, gosh, there's more game adaptation newscast. Matt, Dakota. Man, thank y'all all for being here. I appreciate it. So let's jump right in. Where are we going to start first? We always start with Fallout 76, so let's just start right there. Right now, as y'all know, Backwoods Update is going on with Bigfoot showing up everywhere. Also, starting March the 10th, that's this coming Tuesday, the Invaders from Beyond will be back. So remember that as well. Kilo, I heard a rumor that you've started playing Fallout 76.
The rumors are true. I'm here to confirm it.
Wow.
Indeed. And well, I mean, the cool thing is that I didn't actually start a brand new game. I still had a character from way back when Nuclear Winter was a thing. Mm-hmm. And so it's only a couple levels. I didn't, like I said, I had issues with the game back then, but I was able to jump right back in and just so everybody knows, it took 7 months of poking and prodding to get him to go back into it. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
kicking and screaming.
How are you enjoying it?
I'm loving it, honestly.
Awesome.
I was probably the thing that surprised me the most about it is that it feels more like a single player Fallout than a multiplayer Fallout. I've done a couple of events. I did Fosnaut and I did what was it? We talked about on our show, the Enlightened, where you have to light up the lighthouse and you get the Mothman. Those are the only 2 times I've been in the same area with other players. Most of the time, I'm just by myself running around and
you can play it
checking it out.
just like a single person game. That is awesome. The Backwoods update's really cool. Of course, everybody knows what's going on with the Backwoods update. I want to talk a little bit about the future of Fallout 76, probably 2026. The devs just gave an AMA last week where they answered some questions and gave a few teases about what's coming in the future. One thing they've talked about multiple times, and we know that is coming this year, is a next-gen upgrade for Fallout 76. I suspect that's coming this coming summer. Now, I don't know how much that's going to affect me on PC, but it definitely will the PlayStation and Xbox guys. By the way, what do y'all play on? What's y'all's platform of choice?
PC.
Xbox.
Oh.
A master race.
I was about to say, me and Joe's going to look down on you from the PC. No, we don't do that.
You will see an improvement on the PC side.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure you will.
It's faster. That's what I found so much. It don't bother you unless you go from playing the PC and then go back to the Xbox and you're like, oh, this is so slow. This is so slow. There is a big difference. But now if you've got an X and a good internet, then it does really good on the Xbox. Another thing they talked about coming to Fallout 76 is making, and I don't know why they want to do this, they want to make the head hunts and grunt hunts more challenging.
Yes.
Like they're not bullet sponges enough already. They want to make them more challenging.
The amount of HP they have is insane.
Yes.
And that's coming from I believe it's coming from their testers, the beta testers for it.
Yes.
They're getting a lot of notes saying that those are just not challenging enough. A lot of them are walking right through it, and they want them to be tougher.
Well, it's according to how many people you have on the headhunt. I mean, if you got a bunch of people, then yeah. But if you try to do it by yourself or just with a little bitty team, then they get very challenging. They also talked about bringing the headhunts and grunt hunts to the rest of the wasteland. So bringing them out of Burning Springs to other areas. And I think that would be really good for those. I hate that it's confined just to Burning Springs.
Yeah. If they can span the rest of the map, that'd be amazing.
Yes. Of course, we do know they're gonna do more to Burning Springs, which I think they need to add to. They talked about adding more things to Highway Town, more vendors and that kind of stuff. And we know, remember, the Rust King story is not done. So I expect that's going to be probably the winter update for Fallout 76 will be more story of the Rust King. I don't know if, Kilo, you probably haven't done the Rust King quest line yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, that's
not quite there
yet. Joe, have
Yeah,
you
he's
done
too
it?
low level to really dive into that yet.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be like level 30 or
Yeah, it's level
Yeah.
30.
recommended. Yeah.
I got a ways to go yet.
Yeah. But that will be good, bringing that story. Because I hate to say it this way, but it just wasn't deep enough at all. Would you agree, Joe, that it didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many unanswered questions. It's so open-ended. I definitely finished the first part. I don't know when they're going to do the second or third parts, and it did feel, I don't know, I don't want to say lackluster, but just
There wasn't much to the
Flat.
story. Yeah.
yeah.
Surfer says, and Skyline Valley, absolutely. I've talked to John Rush personally about this, and they are going to bring more to Skyline Valley. I would love to say it's going to be this year. I hope it is. I do know there's probably a new event coming to Milepost Zero. Remember Milepost Zero, of course, they shut down. That was where the caravans were. And he talks about a new enemy coming in there. But yeah, Skyline Valley definitely needs more. Seems like people kind of avoid that area down there once they get through with that quest line. And I hate that.
Yeah.
They need to bring more. So that would be great. Psycho, what's going on? Man, good to see you.
Another thing I would love to see them add more to 76 is more expeditions.
Yep.
I had a blast with those.
I hate to say, I don't think they are going to add expeditions anytime soon anyway, because every time John Rush talks, he says, it seems like everybody wants to stay on the map. So that's why right now, anyway, they are going to be focusing on, as we know this year, they're focusing on thickening up the map, which means adding to what is there. And then I think the next
Yeah.
really big update, and I think me and you guys talked about it last time, is going to be a map expansion to the east instead of the west. I think we're going toward Washington, D.C.
I was really surprised by it. It makes sense now, what he said about making it thicker. The amount of running around that I did, and it's just nothing. Just trees and ground. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
they said-
wide open, just how long you can go without running into anything whatsoever.
They said they're going to stop expanding the map for a while and just focus internally
Adding
on
to it. And I
making the
think that's
main area
great.
more fleshed. Yeah.
Well, think about Psycho says the last update left a bit to be desired. It did. There was too much grinding in it. And I know they have to add a little bit of that to keep players, involved in it. But there was so little story to the Rust King. So, yeah, I agree 100%, Psycho. Joe, you're talking about adding to the map. Think about all the buildings that are boarded up and the doors you can't go in. I mean, there is so much they can do to the map to make it.
There's a lot.
That's something we talked about on our show, too, especially in the Burning Springs. I think we actually talked about it last time we were on a little bit. About there's just a lot of buildings in the new areas that are just inaccessible.
Oh, yeah. The Burning Springs map is horrible. It seems like every building is boarded up. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Bring in some more random encounters.
Yes, 100%. Then they were talking about in-game content, and I really want to get everybody's opinion on this for in-game content. I know a new raid is coming, and I believe a new raid is coming this year. But they talked about trying to make the raids more accessible to everybody because they are very high level. They are very hard. So they wanted, John said he wants some in-game content that is kind of below the raid. It's not as hard as the raid. And this may be what they're going to do with the next raid. They're going to make it a little easier raid. They want it over the Scorch Beast Queen, a little bit harder than that, but not as hard as the raid that's already there. And I think that's a good idea.
I have not done the raid. I'm level 90 and I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, it's very, very, very tough. Hey, Chance, what's going on? Any idea when the Starfield next update will be shown, like the showcase? Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I'm going to give you a Walter.
Ow, jerk.
I'm not paid. I didn't say that, Chance. He said it. I believe it's going to be released April the 7th. That's when all the leakers say. And from everything I'm hearing, they agree with that. And we're going to hear about it and see it this month. And by the way, hang on, because the next thing we're going to talk about is Starfield. And we're going to talk about some things that we've never talked about on here. We're going to go over all the leaks for Starfield. And I know y'all guys are going to be happy because one of the things y'all have been wanting for a while.
And they're not going to be doing a showcase for it. Bethesda's been very much into shadow dropping things, so we're not going to get any kind of heads up. It's just going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back to Fallout 76 for just a minute. Another thing they talked about is reworking the workshops. The workshops have been there since day one, and they want to kind of redo them to make more people involved with the workshops. And one thing, people are always asking for Nuclear Winter to come back. They want some kind of PvP. But yet, I think they're going to try to make the workshops a PvP space where, in other words, you can go enjoy the PvP, but you don't get hurt by it. In other words, you don't lose your junk. You don't lose anything. It can just be one of those what's called a safe space. We can go into the safe space for PvP. I don't know about y'all, but I don't get into the PvP very much.
No.
But
No.
I think that would be the way to do it. Make it a PvP event, make it something where it's, because most of the people in Fallout 76 don't want to do PvP. They just want to be nice to each other, and I think that's a great thing. That's about all the things they talked about coming, and I'm talking about this year because that's what they remain focused on. What would y'all like to see this year or soon coming to Fallout 76? And Kilo, I'd love to hear from you as well now that you know what's going on in 76. What do you think it's missing?
Personally, I'm excited with the possibility of having part of the Capital Wasteland involved.
Absolutely.
If that's actually going to happen.
Yes.
I think that would be cool. Actually, I believe we were just talking about ESO on our show this week, how they only have part of Skyrim. It's not the whole thing. So for them to put part of it in there, I mean, that would be really cool. The main thing that I would personally say right now at this moment is that everybody needs to realize what every update is and the nature of the game and what these updates have been built on. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff online. It's probably a loud minority, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff about
always is
people having stuff going from their stuff going missing from their stash boxes, or losing inventory or losing progress or things like that. We got to have patience as Bethesda fans.
Yes,
you're just slapping another layer on top of an already Frankenstein game.
Yes.
So one little thing under the right conditions, it's, and you can't always test for all these
update
conditions.
number 66, y'all. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's wild. So just gotta be a little patient. Don't get so hot-headed about, the update, things breaking, give it a few days.
Yeah.
They are constantly working on this game. We know we have a large part of Bethesda Studios.
100%.
76 is up there in the top 3 most actively, for a long distance term, actively being developed online game in history.
Right there with ESO. ESO has won numerous awards. Absolutely.
That's right about it.
Chance, I agree with you 100%. He says, I don't want to blow up the chat, but no, I hate PvP personally. And I do too. Jeremy said, safe space to become unalived. I love that. We'll talk more 76 in just a little bit. I've been seeing a lot in the chat about Starfield, so I want to jump into Starfield now that I know that's new in the news. But I did want to mention this. There is a brand new DLC-sized creation for Skyrim. Skyrim is the numbers in the people playing Skyrim still today is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah. There's more people playing Skyrim than there are playing Starfield, which is unreal. It's called Legacy, and I know I'm going to mispronounce this. It's about the orcs. Oricinium? Did I say that right? It's the metal. Anyway,
Orsinium, yeah.
Yeah, Orsinium. There you go. There you go.
Of course, Widget's
Thank
gonna
you.
have it. Yeah.
There are unique weapons and armor. Brand new quest line. As I said, it's DLC sized, and it's 1,000 credits right now, and people are kind of going crazy for it. There's also, and by the way, it's canon. So just wanted to tell y'all about that. And there's also a free one right now called Scriptures of the Dragon Cult. So there you go. If you're still interested in playing Skyrim, there are 2 DLC-sized things in Skyrim. So, all right, let's go to Starfield. Man, I'm so excited about Starfield. I've been playing more Starfield lately than anything. DeMarco, dude, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Okay, right here in my greasy little fingers, I've got every leak, rumor, and confirmation. So some of these come straight from Bethesda, and I'll try to tell you when they're confirmed. But I've got 6 main things that people are thinking that's going to be in the newest DLC and update. Number 1, space travel overhaul. Obviously, we know about this one for sure.
Yep.
The cruise mode has been found, from data miners. Tim Lamb, Todd Howard both talked about they want it more seamless, more rewarding space travel, less loading screens, and hiding the loading screens. More random encounters while you're in space flight, and we'll just see about interplanetary flight. I still don't believe we're going to get that one. So, do y'all have anything to say about that? I know we all know about that one, but that one's not a big deal to me. I've said this from the beginning. The loading screens in space flight is not the thing that bothers me in Starfield. I mean, it's going to be nice to get, but...
I mean, the loading screens are... And this is something else I think we talked about on our show, is the thin line between a gamer's entitlement and what they should expect from a game.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're all older gamers. We came up in, I mean, if you played Resident Evil, it's like loading screen after loading screen after loading screen in the original Resident Evil games, So, I mean, the loading screens never really bothered me.
No.
Yeah, I'd like to see more with the space flight and expanding upon that. And the cruise mode sounds interesting. I think I don't know. I'm feeling the interplanetary.
Interplanetary, the problem with that is people don't understand the distance between these planets and stars. It's astronomical. So they would need to add a second mode of engines to your ship, because right now you have light speed, basically warp travel, and you have your standard engines. And the standard engines are too slow. It would take you real life weeks to get from planet to planet.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's if they speed it up a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think most of this is going to be hiding loading screens? I know some of it's going to be getting rid of loading screens, but I suspect some of this they're going to, and they've got a little bit like when you land your deal, that's a loading screen, yet it's
Right.
showing
It is,
you something. But I can see more of that coming in, which would keep the immersion more.
Yeah. I think that's a big part of what people are really complaining about.
Yeah.
Is it takes them out.
Yes. But of course, we know they've updated the engine just for taking out loading screens. So again, I know a lot of the loading screens are going to go out. Okay, next. This is the big one for me. And Todd Howard did talk about this one, so this is confirmed, okay, to a point. The exploration and points of interest are being revamped or helped some way in Starfield, and we're talking about the points of interest that you run in on planets, because you tend to run into the same 3 or 4 points of interest on every planet you go to. It's another UC listening post. It's a gosh.
Right.
Now, Todd did say it's a very hard problem, because there's no way to fix that problem with the generation, but he did say it's going to be better. He said exploration is not going to change per se, but this problem is going to get better. So I'm sure they're adding points of interest. I'm sure they're changing the way they randomly show up, so maybe we don't run into the same 3 again.
Todd put it, he said, we're not going to be changing the game in a way that all the naysayers and haters are going to love it, but those of you who do love it are going to get more.
Yep. It's going to be better.
In a nutshell. Yeah.
This is what I hear. The points of interest are going to blend better into planets. So in other words, when you go to a desert planet, you're not going to run into the frozen, that one kind of takes you out of immersion. Right. Far less repetition. They've also talked about improving the maps. Now, to me, I don't use the small maps that much. The ones they added, when was it? Not last year, but the year before. Yeah. Do y'all use those maps very much? Let me know in the chat if y'all use the maps much. But they talked about
I did in the beginning because it was cool.
Yeah.
But after that,
I still use it every once in a while. Like actually in New Atlantis, I tend to use it because of the different levels. It's hard to use your scanner to lock onto where you're going. So I just open up the map and it's just quicker that way for me.
Yes.
So, I mean, occasionally.
I wonder what they can do to make them better. More detailed. I mean, guitar and gaming. Yes, I'm about to get to the loot. In fact, that was the last one. They're going to improve the enemy types, so you won't run into the you know, because it's either spacers or ecliptic is basically all you run into down there.
Right.
And then the last one, as part of that,
Once in a while, the Varun.
yeah, is improved loot. And what it says, again, less repetitive, far less copy and paste. So,
Yeah.
that's, to me, I don't mind as much running into the same buildings. I just hate that it's exactly the same on the inside. It's the same enemies, the same
Right.
loot is in the same place. You know, it's, come on.
I've only really got two complaints with this particular category. One is the points of interest in the furthest, like on planets furthest out from the settled systems. You get way out there, it's like an abandoned planet. You got dinosaurs rolling around, and then all of a sudden you're like exploring, and there's all of a sudden like a UC base abandoned. You know, like stuff like that, like areas or like anything around the temples.
Yeah.
When there's a bunch like
Yeah, that
nobody
makes no
stopped to check
sense.
this out. We, you know, I mean,
I agree 100%.
you know,
Especially
that
on
one
the
I-
temple planets. Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then as far as the loot, I think the one thing that I can speak for almost anybody at this point, locked containers having non-valuable items inside. You spend an expert, you know, digipick to pick an expert lock, and you got like a chocolate chunks or something
Yeah,
in
and
there.
ammo. That's yes.
You know,
100%. 100%. Okay, number 3, they talked about improving the outpost building. Man, this is needed, in my opinion. I just do not do the building in Starfield.
I've been saying a long time they need to add something, some kind of story or quest arc that
give
makes
us a
you want
reason
to
to do it.
Yeah,
Make
there's
it
Give
a
us a
reason
reason for
to
it.
do it.
reason to do it.
They also need to add more stuff to the outpost. The outpost in Starfield, you have less stuff in Starfield than you do Fallout 76, Fallout 4, even Skyrim, you know, with Hearthfire. There is just so little that you can build and put together. It's the same stuff over and over and over and
Yeah.
over. This is what they said. New items, better building options and integration, deeper management. And this is where I'm hoping this is what it's talking about. Resources, defenses, and NPC interaction. So in other words, I'm wondering if they're going to add something kind of like the, what was it called in Fallout 4, where you could make the, and I know
Settlement
there's,
beacon?
and
Settlements?
I know it has it in Starfield, but you can recruit NPCs to your base that you
Yeah,
build.
settlement beacons.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
You can assign people to your outpost in Starfield. It just doesn't do much.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not, there's not the incentive there. You don't have a reason to do it. I would think something like a list, an expanded list storyline of some kind would be perfect for that, because that's why your settlement building in Fallout 4, you have a reason to do it. The idea is
Yes.
to build the wasteland and move stuff around. It's just, it's,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I spent so much time. I even did a little video on how to create resource chains and outposts, because it gets complicated.
Yes, it does.
I love that concept. It just needs to be more rewarding to it. Like, have a real purpose other than making 1,000 different frames just to get a level.
Yeah, the only reason really now is to be able to get the resources to make another outpost. And you're like, well, that's not really a good reason to make an outpost.
right.
But, True Flat, thank you so much. Yo, King, how's it going, man?
April Fool, dumbass.
No, you're not a well, it was him. It wasn't me. $19. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, guys, I know y'all are going to love this one. Number 4. This is a leak, not been confirmed. Space station building. Being able to have your own space station. All those assets are already in the game. Why don't we
Yes.
get them to use? They've
And they've
actually
been secretly
talked about.
sneaking in more assets to it in the background. So when game companies do these minor patches or major patches, they sneak in things that are not listed. And then what those things are assets that they're pre-planting into the game to basically preload what they need for bigger updates coming in the future. And they've been sneaking in little tidbits that point towards that.
Yes.
And they have, like I said, they have mechanics in the game. You got shipbuilding, outpost building,
Yeah.
and it would be very similar to shipbuilding. And I want to be able to dock all my ships on this thing and park it over a planet that I want.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, there's that ship. I can choose to either go to that ship or that ship or that ship down there. That'd be great. And if they are going to expand the, like we talked about, recruiting NPCs and making it the outpost deeper and more meaningful, your space station is an outpost. It's just in
Yep, and
space,
it could tie
not
into
on the
that.
planet.
It could be a hub for your transport ships
Yes,
going to all your different
Absolutely.
places.
Man,
Because right now you
depending on
have
what-
to just daisy chain outpost to outpost, but you have that up there
Right.
that can work like basically an Amazon
Like a hub
warehouse.
like a Deep Space Nine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be huge. So huge. So the leak says you get to purchase Starland around planets, and these will be orbital outposts.
Now it's saying before they need to be very expensive, give you a reason to have a money
Right.
sink.
Yes.
I mean, it'd be very expensive to build something like that anyway, so let it be expensive.
Yes. Yeah, it should be. It should be in-game stuff. 100%. 100%. Okay. The last two things are again kind of confirmed. We know Terran Armada is something. Bethesda gave us that. But what is it? From leaks, this is what they say: that we're going to get new ships, the chance to have larger ships, and this was exciting to me. I want the chance to have a big ship. I'm talking about Star Destroyer kind
Class
of
F
big
style?
ships, yeah.
Yeah. M-class.
And so the rumors are going, along with Terran Armada, is going to be fleet management, much like you get in the Watchtower,
Watchtower.
creation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
think
said
that-
it before. I think that Bethesda they helped King Gats create that system. They had to supply them source code for it. I'm wondering if they had them build it so they can tie it into the game, because Skyrim did a lot too. A lot of these
I
additions
almost wonder
you
if it was
see.
a test.
Yeah,
Could have been the creation.
Very much so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that is the leak and rumor that part of Terran Armada is going to be the fleet management. There's going to be new ship parts that are going to be included in the Terran Armada.
About time.
Easier snapping and customization of your
give us
ship.
Varun parts.
You know what it is?
say again,
You guys
Joe?
realize what it is? Oh, go ahead, Joe.
So they need to give us the Varun ship parts.
Oh yeah.
Yes, 100%.
I don't know why we
But I was
didn't
just gonna
get that with the Shattered Space. I thought
We
we
should
was
have
would.
the thing
gotten
that blew my
That was one of
mind,
the that was one of the things that we complained about on our show. Like,
Yeah.
and I think what it is, if you look at it, at Bethesda, let's say King Gath did do the prototype for Fleet Command. Bethesda is watching the creations. They're seeing what's coming out. They're seeing what's popular.
Oh,
So
yeah, of
they're
course, very
literally
closely.
seeing what people are buying. So I wouldn't be surprised with Terran Armada. We get the Fleet Command, we get our space stations, and we get a reason to use outposts.
And it gives
I
me a
wouldn't be
whole
surprised
reason
if
to
we
be
get all three.
re-addicted to the game.
Amen. Wouldn't that? Wow. So the leaks go. There's also a new faction coming through the Terran Armada, which probably is along the lines of what everybody's thinking, that it's a former Earth colony or group that
Like an ECS
Yes.
constant.
the leak says heavy Earth and multiverse ties. So
Entirely
let's
possible. Yeah, that we've been talking about that as well.
and new,
We're not going to see anything about Starborn story probably till the third DLC. I'm fully expecting that to be the
Fingers
case.
crossed. Yeah.
And this part of the leak says new faction-based ship mechanics, so new mechanics as well. But this part that says easier snapping and customization, what I believe they're talking about here is, you know, when you put your ship together and you get it just like you want, and then you go through your ship and there's a wall here instead of it opening up between this half and that half, and there's a ladder here, and you didn't know it was going to be like that. I think it's going to be much
You want
easier.
certain parts to be positioned differently,
Yes.
but you can't because there's not a snap option for it.
Exactly.
Well, again,
Yeah.
this is stuff that we see in the creations. We got play stores yourself. We got 100 different merging and, you know, additional modules and all sorts of stuff.
Yes.
Again, these are the most popular mods.
Yes.
Clamhammer. Hopefully, it feels impactful, not just thrown in. Well, Bethesda. One
Yes.
thing that Bethesda
100%.
does absolutely better than any other company is the story.
Yeah.
In most cases, not all of them, but in most cases.
Okay, but don't look at the main quest of the game. Look at the UC, the Terramorph
Oh
storyline.
gosh, that is
was good.
Oh, that's
the
great.
Free Star Collective storyline was good.
I've seen Todd personally talk about
even
this.
Ryujin's good. Yeah.
Right, I love Ryujin too. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have one team that works on the main story, and they usually want it to be about 30 or 40 hours long. It usually goes longer, but excuse me, they have multiple teams develop or set to do all the side content, and they focus heavily on side content way more than the main story because they want the
You can
world
tell.
and the story to feel endless.
You can tell.
That's their goal.
Yeah.
So they do side questing and those side factions perfectly.
Yeah, I didn't care for the main story myself, but like you was talking about the Vanguard, that's one of the best side quests in any Bethesda game. That is such a good story. Such a good story. Okay, I do want to, I don't know if anyone, I've not heard this anywhere else, but I want y'all to think about this. Everybody's thinking the DLC is going to be Terran Armada. Did y'all know, to this point, there is still not a trademark called Terran Armada? But there is a trademark for Starborn. That was made right after the game was released. It was released in 2024.
There could be many, many reasons for that, though.
But they almost always trademark the name of their DLC. Shattered Space is trademarked. So I have looked and looked and looked this week and cannot find a trademark for Terran Armada. So could that just be a system, that like we talked about the ship mechanics, new ships, new blah, blah. Could that just be a mechanic coming and not the DLC itself? So could Starborn be, and of course, this is based on the trademark. Some believe that Starborn is the DLC that's coming.
Armada literally means a fleet of warships. So
Yeah. If we do get Starborn as the DLC itself, we were just talking about the main story. Starborn, I believe, then would go into enhancing that main story. We get to learn more about who the Starborn are, who the creators are of the temples and all that stuff. I think there was so much left unanswered in the main story
absolutely.
of Starfield.
Yeah, and that's what we were hoping to get with Shattered Space that we didn't get.
Yes.
So we definitely need more of that.
Well, I called the fact that it was going to be Varun based because there was two open-ended scenarios. One was Starborn, the other one was Varun at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I honestly thought with the name Shattered Space that it was going to deal with the multiverse, that we were going to, once
a lot
you
of people
go through
did,
the
yeah.
Unity, it would be a shattered multiverse. That's what I thought we was going to get. But according to the leaks on the Starborn, we're going to learn more about the mystery of the Unity, learn more about the creators, get new abilities. I don't even use the abilities that I've gotten. And, of course, get new Starborn gear and stuff around the Starborn. I would like to see them do more with the Starborn ships. You can't...
Can't really do anything with them.
No, you can't do anything with them. You can't change them.
I mean, there's a mod for that, but
yeah. Again,
vanilla
always a
game, you
mod.
There's always a mod.
There's always a mod. So
I think
that...
Chance brings up something real quick. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
100%. Go.
But he says, I just wish that they did consequences. How can I destroy SysDef and then go and join the Vanguard with no issue? It makes no sense. And I actually 100% agree with that.
I do too.
I mean, even looking at Skyrim, there's a certain point where if you're siding with the Stormcloaks up against the Imperials, there's a certain point where you're always going to be fighting with the Imperials. There's a point of no return.
Yes.
And we don't really get that with the factions. I do agree with that.
Chance, I will tell you this, and I know this was the former dev at Bethesda that worked on Starfield. They made a decision with Starfield that they put all that content in, and they wanted everyone to be able to play that content. So that's why they didn't make it, if you did this, you can't do this. But I think that's a bad decision. I think that's one of the reasons that Bethesda games are RPGs. Let's get away from company names. one of the reasons that RPGs are so good is for replayability.
Right.
And if you can't do it this playthrough, you can do it next playthrough. You know, if
Yeah.
you're
Exactly,
attacking,
I was going to bring up.
yeah,
You have
Yeah.
the Unity.
yeah,
Yeah, we
that's
talked
a
about
great
that 100
go through the
times with
Unity.
Widget. I know Widget brought that up about a lot about, well, I'm going to do an Evil playthrough. I'm going to do a Crimson Fleet playthrough. So if you're a Crimson Fleet, pirate, and you helped basically with Crix's legacy, and the Crimson Fleet is all powerful, then, you should be hated by the FC
Yeah.
and the UC.
Yes.
Like, it should be
Like, you should be literally enemies, and not be able, obviously not be able to do the quest. Real quick, let me answer this question. JD says, King, when do you think they will release those Bethesda creations they teased back during Fallout Day? They teased a Nate and Nora DLC. We are also missing New Vegas stuff they teased as well. It's a very good question, and I will answer you by saying I have no idea. And I don't want to get into negatives here, but that kind of goes into a problem that Bethesda's having. Bethesda is spread so thin, and I think that's why some of their problems came, like the Anniversary Edition, and that should have never, ever been released the way it was. It should have been play tested
yeah.
and known that it had those problems. But to me, it just looks like they're spread way too thin. Like right now, we know that the majority of Maryland is working on the Elder Scrolls 6, but Todd says they're doing more with Fallout than any other thing. So they have so much going on. I don't know
Yeah.
what the answer is to get all the fans happy with what's going on.
Yeah. And I believe actually Todd said that they have, what do they call them? Swing teams? Mm-hmm. Where they got teams moving from one project to bouncing around a bit. Too.
Based on need, yeah.
Based on need, yeah.
And they're bigger. Bethesda's bigger right now than they've ever been.
We used to call those floaters.
Yep.
Floaters.
Not only.
I'm an ex-game designer, so you guys know. I did it for about 8 to 9 years.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. You think they made Skyrim when they started, they were under 100 people when they started Skyrim. Now they finished with a little bit over 100, but think about under 100 people at Maryland, and now they're almost 500 people at Maryland. Plus,
yeah, their campus is huge too.
Plus they have 4 studios now, not just one. So, but you think with all they're doing, they've got a live service game, which takes a lot of time and a lot of resources and a lot of people, with Fallout 76. Then, of course, their mainline game, which is the Elder Scrolls 6. I believe they're already working on Fallout 5 as well. So, I mean, just if those 3 were the only thing you had, but yet you still got Starfield DLC, you've got a team that's working on that. And then you've got games like Fallout 4 that are still being updated. We're still waiting on the mod storage update for Fallout 4 to give them so big creations can come to Fallout 4. I mean, that's a lot for one company to be dealing
astronomical.
with. Yeah.
Yeah, like Damn Surfer said, look how successful Blizzard has been with DLC for 20 plus years. Could we not get that for Skyrim and Fallout 3 to hold us over? Not really. You're comparing oranges to apples on this, because MMOs are designed to be constantly updated. They're an active live open world, and that's their main cash cow. So they have most of their team dedicated just to that. Bethesda does mostly single player RPGs. So they're not going to be able, they have their teams making new games and new content for the current generation. They're not going to have the teams to be able to go back and work on DLC for that
what
stuff.
we were just talking about.
Yep.
They don't have enough people to do it. Would we like it? Would I play a brand new Fallout 4 DLC today? Yes. The good news is, I don't know who asked that question, but the good news is Surfer. Okay. I believe Todd is now seeing that in fact, it wasn't the kind of funny interview. It was an interview before that. He said, I believe we left games too early, looking back on things, because he's seeing how people are still
Right.
playing Skyrim and Fallout 4, the numbers there. The way Bethesda's always done it in the past, they support them for about a year and then move on to the next. And Todd
Yeah,
is
what
saying,
Todd was also. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, we talked about that they said they're going to, now this was before release, but they wanted to support Starfield for 10 years. I don't know if they're still going to do that, but I do believe we're going to be getting DLC for Bethesda's games much later than we used to, if that helps.
Well, and it's also worth saying that Bethesda's relying on partners quite a bit right now, like with Iron Galaxy, for instance.
Yes.
And also mod creations like Kingath. So if you are looking for DLC size content to add to your Skyrim or Starfield or Fallout 4 games, look at Kingath Creations.
All these
We've
big
had them on our
creations
show.
out there.
Huge.
Bethesda actually has a team that is set aside just to help creation.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Todd came out recently saying that they fully plan to have Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5 have an actual support team on staff long after the game's been released because of that, what you were just talking about.
Yes.
So they're going to actually start doing dedicated teams for those games.
Awesome. Kilo just gave a great segue, so I'm about to leave Starfield. But y'all have anything left to say about Starfield? That's all the leaks and rumors. To answer all y'all's questions again, I believe we're going to hear about. I think it's weeks away from being able to hear about Starfield, and then it will. I still believe it's going to be released the 1st of April.
Be a good birthday present for me.
Absolutely. Kilo mentioned Iron Galaxy Studios. All right. I know everybody's going to say real quick, there's nothing to it. They said there's nothing to it. Well, I really believe there's something to it. The more you look into Iron Galaxy Studios, they have a lot of connections to Bethesda. In fact, they are working with Bethesda right now on Fallout 76. And they have a long history of being a partner with Bethesda. So if you don't know what we're talking about, they posted a picture, was it week before last? That was a picture of the Please Stand By, the Fallout screen, but it was Fallout New Vegas. It was the brown one, it was the brown and tan one. And it says, today is our company meeting. It's time to catch up with what the company's been doing and what's coming next for Iron Galaxy Studios. Well, of course, everybody went crazy. Going, they're working on Fallout New Vegas. It's Fallout New Vegas remastered, blah, blah, blah. So they made a second post that said, nope. And I'm going to read it to you. But by the way, the second post didn't help. It made it worse because they teased some more Fallout stuff. They said, there's nothing to see here. Sorry to disturb the volcanoes, but that was just a behind-the-scenes look at our company meeting. We always use that slide every month. Really? Come on. It has nothing to do with any Fallout being worked on. As you can imagine, we love Fallout 2, and this is how they ended the post. Now, pardon us as we retreat back to our vault. Okay, that didn't help at all. But if you look up Iron Galaxy Studios, number one, do they have the chops to do a remaster, first of all? Well, they've done 11 remasters in the past. But they've also done a lot of porting work, and that's where their connection is to Bethesda. They've done the Switch port for Skyrim. They helped with the VR port for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. They helped development on Quake Champions. They helped development on the Elder Scrolls Online, and they're helping with Fallout 76 right now, and they helped before it was launched as well. So again, they have a long history with Bethesda. I think, I'm going to give y'all my opinion, then I want to hear you guys. I think there's two possibilities here, other than they're not doing anything. I think probably what they're doing is a port to the Switch 2, because Bethesda's doing a lot of Switch 2 ports right now. They've done Fallout 4 Anniversary, Oblivion Remastered. Indiana Jones. They've done a lot of. I think they're probably doing a Switch 2 port of the remasters Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. That's if I had to guess what they're doing, that's what I believe they're doing. Now, could they be doing the Fallout New Vegas remastered and Virtuous or somebody else be doing Fallout 3? That's possible too, because Microsoft wants those out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So, but just remember before y'all give your answer, Virtuous Studios has over 4,000 employees. So it's not like they can't work on 2 games at the same time, being Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas Remastered. So what do y'all think about this? Do you think there's anything to it? I do. I don't think they use that screenshot as their company meeting every month.
It's possible they might, but see, the thing about a port is it takes an astronomical amount of code and way more than people think. A large team to do it.
Yes.
I don't think it's a port. I don't think they're going to release a New Vegas port before they get the remaster out.
Oh no, I don't either.
The fans would go crazy on them.
Yes.
It's already bad enough. But another port, another Fallout, I don't know. I just don't see that as something right now.
No.
Could it be though that the Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are already done to the point that they are working on the Switch 2 port? That was what I was thinking.
Fallout 3 for definitely is.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. I know that's already in gold phase, which is the last part of final testing before it gets released.
Yeah.
New Vegas though, I think that's still in beta. I don't think that's going to come out anytime this year.
No, I don't think so either. And I still think Fallout 3 Remastered is probably waiting on the season 3 of the show. If they were smart, they would. I mean, that would make sense. What do you think, Kilo? What do you think this Iron Galaxy Studios is doing? Is there anything to this?
I think there definitely is. It just felt too much like Damage Control.
Yes.
Like they were real quick to be like, "Oh, cover
Crap.
our NDA."
That's it.
Cover, yeah.
I don't think some of these companies know how crazy Fallout fans are. It's like you can't tease something like that and it not go viral.
And how very, very strict Bethesda is with their NDAs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It did sound like they were covering the NDA to me.
That's what I was going to say. It was like, to me, it seemed like a big old hand slap.
Yes.
And they went off in the corner crying, saying, "Okay, we'll fix it."
Yeah, that is kind of what it feels like.
Yep.
It was just too quick.
Yes.
And it was too corporate of an answer.
Yes.
It's like if that was just some developer posting their desktop, not knowing what they were doing, they just would have gone down. We wouldn't have seen it again. But the fact that they were so quick to put a statement out there.
Yes. And all their connections to Bethesda, how much they have helped Bethesda in the past and they're helping Bethesda currently. So it looks very, and we know those two from insiders anyway have been said, they're being worked on. Of course they are. Again, it would not shock me if Virtuous is doing Fallout 3 and Iron Galaxy Studios is doing the Fallout New Vegas so they could get out quicker. That would make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about
Starfield DLC, Fallout 3, Elder Scrolls 6 in the next 5 years. Change that Fallout 3 to 5, and you'll be right. But when it comes to Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield DLC, change that to a 1 or a 2 in the years.
You talking about Guitar and Gaming's post?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think we get all 3 of those. Starfield DLC, that's coming this year. Fallout 3, I believe that's coming next year whenever the Fallout Season 2 comes out.
Yeah,
And then let's talk about Elder Scrolls 6 right now, because I think there's something big that people need to think about. It was leaked, and now it has been confirmed there is a brand new Xbox console coming next year. They're looking to bring it out 2027. Just keep in your mind what would be a great game to launch a new Xbox console if it's ready. What would be a great game? Of course, it'd be the Elder Scrolls 6. Wouldn't that what you'd want for a new console? Yeah.
And that's what you usually see at the beginning of the console releases too, are games that can really showcase the abilities of the console. With them upgrading to Creation Engine 3, it'd be a perfect opportunity.
What else does Xbox have? What other game?
Halo?
Is it big enough to launch? I guess
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gears of War.
Absolutely.
You know, this year we know, goodness, what is it coming this fall? I just went blank. The RPG. The one that Fable's
Fable,
coming out
yeah,
this year.
that-
Good grief! I just went
I'm excited
so
about that
blank.
one too.
I had podcast brain. Fable's coming this year. As far as games that we know, Gears of War is coming out this year. That's another good one from Xbox. But as far
Banjo-Kazooie 3.
as next year, we've got the Clockwork Revolution's probably coming next year. Is there a Halo that we know of that's coming? I know they're doing a remake of one of the Halos.
There's rumor that a new one's in development. That's all
Right.
I can say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a what's the one that's rumored to be being remade right now too? I've got it written down somewhere, but it's
The original Halo?
I
You're
think
still
it's
talking
one.
about Halo?
It's one of the
Combat
originals.
Evolved, the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about remastering it. Yeah. Or remaking it, actually.
This new Xbox is unreal. It's going to be a PC game console hybrid. Something that I cannot afford. That's what it's going to be. You're going to be able to play all the Xbox games on it. Plus, you're going to be able to play PC games from Steam, Epic Game Store, all that. In fact, it even has Windows. It's got a computer
Basically
with it.
PC.
It is a computer with it. And if you want to know more about this, they're going to be talking about it at the GDC Festival of Gaming coming up March the 9th through the 13th. But like I said, Asha already confirmed that this is true after the leaks. Now, with that said, I have to ask y'all this as far as the Elder Scrolls 6 goes. They were talking to Asha, and some Xbox fans were saying, we want exclusives back. We want exclusive back. And she said, I hear you. I know what I think, and I think I know what y'all think. Do y'all think exclusives are coming back at all for Xbox? Really? Is it going to be a time thing, or?
I think the smart play would make it a time thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you still get it out to your other players on PlayStation, on Switch, whatever. But just from the way she's been talking with that company meeting that was posted on X, and I believe Jez Corden talked about it as well, she's looking to bring everything back to Xbox, to this right here. And then from here, then we can talk about what's in the future. But she wants Microsoft to be Microsoft, and that's it.
So as far as the Elder Scrolls 6, then we'll probably get a timed exclusive. Then it'll come out on the Xbox first, and then it'll go to PlayStation.
Well, yeah, that's most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still standing firm that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out sooner than everyone thinks.
I'm still saying next year. Are you saying this year?
At the end of this year.
Fourth quarter this year.
Come
That's what
on.
They've
we're
already
thinking
confirmed
now.
the game's in gold.
Come
They just
on,
didn't say it
Joe,
directly.
be right. Yeah, Todd just said, that's interesting you say that. Todd just said they were about to pass a internal milestone.
Major milestone.
Yeah.
And that's going from beta to gold.
Yeah.
So that's when beta is when the game's fully playable. Gold is when it's in final testing.
So in other
Yeah.
words, they're to what Todd calls the glue stage then.
Yeah.
Surfer's got a good question here. Do Xbox players care about keeping PC out or just Sony? And with this new console, it's going to be PC and Xbox.
Microsoft
and
owns
they've already
the PC
said
market. They're not going to exclude it.
no, not absolutely. And they've already talked about how the Game Pass from PC and the Game Pass from Xbox is going to be the same thing moving forward. So really, we're just talking about
Keeping Sony out.
Sony. That's
Nintendo.
really the only competition. So
And the only
Yeah,
reason
Nintendo's not.
the only reason they would do that is to try to drive sales of the console, wouldn't it be?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
As
I mean, you're still talking about a fraction of what you would spend building a gaming PC.
yes. From what I've heard, we're talking $1,200 to $1,500 for
Yeah,
this
about what I've heard.
Helix.
And there's various rumors going out about that. I'm looking. See, by trade, I'm an IT professional, and I'm mostly a computer hardware engineer. And yeah, they got some pretty beefy specs coming into this, but it could be as low as $700-800, or even maybe $600. If depends on how they do it. Consoles always historically sell at a loss because they want to sell the games. That's where the profit comes in.
Interesting.
And I don't think it's going to be that high. I really don't think Microsoft's that dumb to do it that high.
If they were smart, they would do everything they could to bring it down.
Bring the price. Yep.
Yeah. Because if it's over $1,000, there ain't no way I'd be like, well, that's nice, that's pretty, but
Might as well just buy a
Right.
PC. It's better.
yeah,
At that point,
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And it's going to be well under 1,000. Yeah.
Joe, can you tell us anything about the specs as far in layman's terms, what it's looked like? There?
It's got a very, very, very pretty graphic processor, an APU. Those are, let me see, what the APU is an accelerated processing unit.
Uh-huh.
And it's by AMD, so those are generally cheaper than Intel, which is great, and sometimes more powerful. It's a Zen 6. So yeah, it's going to be nice and pretty and shiny, and it's going to run everything at 120 frames a second at possible 8K. And from everything I'm seeing in it, yeah, it has RDNA RAM or RDNA 6 GPU, which is fantastic. That's, to put it in layman's term, it's powerful. It's powerful than most PCs out in the market currently, but it's going to be bare bones because it's going to be running off of like a dumb terminal. So it's going to be very pretty, and it's not going to be as expensive as people think.
Let's talk for a minute about the new Xbox. What does Asha have to do to bring Xbox back to save the people have said Xbox is dead, they're not going to make any more consoles, blah blah. What does she have to do to bring Xbox back to where they're viable again?
I think she has to do exactly what she said recently in that all hands meeting. Focus on the games. That's what she has to focus on. And especially if she's planning on going exclusive. Sony has had a really good run of some really great exclusive games. That's where we need to focus.
Xbox went years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years without any good exclusives. PlayStation did so good with their exclusives, and I think that's what Phil was doing by buying Bethesda, by buying Activision Blizzard. He was trying to get some of those bigger titles, and then y'all don't hate me for this, but then Starfield didn't do. It sold really well. It didn't have the player retention that they wanted. So yeah, Xbox has just missed out on those big titles. Do y'all see what's lining up for Xbox? And I would love to hear you guys in the chat too as well. Do you see them turning that around? If games is what it's going to be, and I agree with you 1,000%, do they have the heavy hitters now that can turn it around?
I think so.
They need some new blood too.
Do. Yeah, they got and even within Bethesda, right? We talked about this too, Widget, that they have a lot of guys that have been there for years, and they got guys and gals that are brand new to it. As far as Microsoft is concerned,
they need new IPs.
They need a successful new IP, something to identify Microsoft with. But I think we're heading in the right direction. I think Asha is going to be really good for the company. We talked about this on our show. She did AI for 2 years, man. The rest of her resume is operations, sales, and marketing.
Yeah.
She's here to sell Xbox.
Amen.
Matt Booty is the content officer. He's here for the games. So glad
you said that. She is not, I can't stand to hear she's got a background in AI. She worked in AI less than 3 years. Thank you for saying that.
It's like I was saying on our show. I did pizza. I was a pizza cook for 2 years when I was 16. Does that make me mean I have to be a pizza cook now? I cannot qualify to be computers.
You're in pizza.
I don't even know how you're doing IT. You got pizza cutter in your hand the whole time, Widget?
Right.
You're exactly right. And that's why they promoted Matt Booty. And I think you just said this. He's going to be the one dealing with the games in the studios. She's going to be the one
Yep.
selling Xbox.
Yep.
But yeah, I agree. Looking back to, well, let's just look. If Fable hits, that's bringing back a beloved series. And if it really hits, that's a amazing studio to start carrying that over to the next Fable. So I think that could be a huge Xbox title.
Yeah.
Of course, we know Gears is going to be one. Other than, of course, we know Elder Scrolls and Fallout, the ones we just mentioned. What are some other game series that you could see Xbox cashing in on? I hate what just happened to Obsidian. You know, their two games didn't sell like The Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed didn't sell like they wanted to. Even games like Indiana Jones didn't, even though it was very highly rewarded, it didn't sell as much as they wanted it to sell.
Yeah.
People don't want so much as a linear story anymore. Or
Yeah.
handheld story. They want open world.
Open world, yeah.
Yep.
I think we're on the right path when we're talking about a new IP, because we're getting to the point where they're trying to cash in on nostalgia in a lot of cases. We got the new Halo coming out, the new Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider went through a short thing, and we're getting older. We're the
Yes.
guys that were playing those games when they first came out, and we're getting older. And I think we need something new.
Well, the thing is these studios are scared to release new IPs because it's a gamble.
Thank you. That I was about,
Yeah.
y'all are doing great with segues. This is the one thing that does scare me about Microsoft, and I don't think it's her. I think it's Microsoft in general. I think it would have been the same thing under Phil when they laid everybody off last year. All their statements came out. We're going to support. And I don't know, I can't say the wording exactly, but basically they said we're going to give money to the series that are proven. And you know, they canceled the ZeniMax new online game that Phil Spencer couldn't put down. You know, it was so good. There was a brand new IP that could have been great, but they canceled it.
Project Blackbird.
Yeah, Project Blackbird. My question is, do you think under Asha now they're going to give these studios enough leeway that they can take chances, that we can have some new IP that hits? Or are they just going to support the Fallouts and those things that they know are going to hit?
Well, I think Fallout is being a flagship series. They're going to stick with it. I think they're a little bit gun shy after Starfield's, like it released really well, but the continuous player, the continuity of players playing is a different thing. That's a little bit tougher.
Yes.
But I think at this point, you're going to have to take a risk. But I think that's all secondary. However, for Bethesda at this point, what they need first is Elder Scrolls 6 to really, really just kill it.
Yes. Yeah, I just hope they do give just a little bit of leeway to some of these studios. It's such a shame. You look at studios like Arcane Austin, that of course was closed down. That was during the when Bethesda was trying to beef up their portfolio. They didn't even want to do that online game, which was, what was it called? Red Dawn? No, not Red Dawn. Gosh, what was it? The vampire game.
Redfall.
Yeah, Redfall. Thank you.
Yeah.
They did not even want to do that game. But here's one game. I mean, this is the studio that put out games like Prey, a masterpiece game. They do this one game, and of course it goes splat. But because of that one failure, they closed down the whole studio. I think that's so sad to see. And maybe it's not just a Microsoft thing. It's gaming in general. But that's so sad to see.
Gaming production now costs as much as movie production.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it's got to do well, but I think if Ash is really going to be bringing it back, hey, bring it back to gaming, bring it back to Xbox. then we need to utilize these smaller studios
Yes.
to put out some games and take some risks and see what really hits. Because there's so
That's
many
what
great
indie studios are doing.
games and a lot of them are doing really great.
But
Some of them are hitting big. There's thousands of them,
But
but
then
some of
you
them are
see
huge.
AAA studios like Obsidian saying, no, we're not going to do another Outer Worlds. We're going to go back to Avowed. We're going to make smaller, cheaper games. And you're like, oh, no, I want you to go for it. You know, go big.
Right.
Right.
That's what we as fans want. But that's,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's easy to say when you're not the one holding the wallet.
exactly. Well, guys, we are down to 15 minutes to go in this, so I'm really going to start paying attention to the chat now, and we have been watching the chat as well. But if there's something we've talked about you want to get back into, if it's Fallout 76, Starfield, Fallout, whatever it is, Elder Scrolls 6, give your questions now. If you've got some specific questions for Bethesda Unpatched, Kilo, he's over that way. And Joe, the widget, he's down that way. But remember, before you type in your question, remember to go and subscribe to them. The pinned comment has their YouTube channel. So please go and subscribe to them, follow them on X, and do all that other stuff as well. They do great stuff. Okay, let's see. Umer says Xbox needs to work on not dying to the massive review bombing by Sony Starfield. I hate to see that in gaming, and boy, that does happen. I do not like the console war stuff. I think that's pathetic. There's a YouTuber, and I don't normally name names, but I am going to name names here. There's a YouTuber by the name of, is it Dreamcast guy? Is that him? He's a Sony guy. Do y'all know who I'm talking about?
No.
Everything, he don't lift up Sony. Everything is a negative about Xbox. Every video he puts out is a negative. As soon as this was leaked and confirmed, this new console, he didn't know nothing about it, but he put out a video how awful it is. I can't stand that kind of stuff,
It's so normal.
And new sales. They want the clicks.
I know.
You're seeing that a lot.
I know
Actually,
it.
right now with Marathon and Arc Raiders, I've been seeing a lot of that on my timelines lately. Everybody's either saying this one sucks, this one's good, this one sucks. It's like, oh, the ninja says that this one sucks. It's like, okay, man. Like, there's so much negativity. It's you can't even pay attention to it anymore.
I know it. Why would
Right?
you
It's
want a
such a
YouTube channel
flood.
centered around negativity, though? I want to put out things I'm excited for and I'm happy
Because
about.
it gets them the
Right.
views.
And I know y'all
That's
do
what
the
gets them
same
the
thing.
clicks,
I guess.
Yeah.
Boy, that's got to be a miserable way to
Dreamcast
live,
guy.
though. Yeah.
Thank you, Happy Cloud Gamer. Yeah, Dreamcast guy is the guy.
Dreamcast God. There you go. I thought it was. Okay, let's see. X Carnish says, I think large studios have a disconnect between developers and management. Small studios, if you want to ask your boss if this looks good, you can. Yeah, I think we've heard the same things coming from Bethesda, that Bethesda got so big and it kind of hurt them the bigger they got. Yeah.
One man can only do so much.
Legendary Yobi says, for future DLC for Starfield, what do each of you want to see? Thank you. Yes, I was so glad to see Todd Howard say that they're not done with Starfield, that we are going to get some future DLC. Well, I'll give mine first, and then I'll turn it over to y'all. I want to see, if we don't get it this time, I definitely want to see them deal with the Unity and the Starborn and the creators. I want more of that main story explained and to go into that. I definitely would like to see that in the future. What about you guys with future DLCs?
One of my favorite stuff's already coming out that I've been begging for. Space Station. I definitely want to see more Starborn. I loved that story, and I can't wait to see more on it. And I know it's happening. We all know it's coming. I mean, I want to see more of what we have. I want to see more POIs. I want to see more armor mods, weapon types.
Yes.
Just give us more.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only thing, I agree with both you guys, actually, on all those things. I actually just said this week. Starfield, it's my favorite Bethesda game. You know,
Awesome.
there was a series of games we're going to talk about on our show, so you should go subscribe. There's a series of games. There's a distinct path that led me from my beginning of my gaming experience up until loving Starfield. A little tweaks here and there is all I want. I want Starborn. I want a little more Starborn info. We have this idea of all these powers and this supernatural aspect, but it's almost completely absent from the rest of the game.
It's
wanna see that
ignored.
expanded.
Yeah. Tell
Yeah.
us what's going
So-
on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another thing I would like, every time they add a DLC, I want them to add about 10 new points of interest to
Yeah.
put into that random generator. I think that
Well,
would
we were just talking about how they've been dropping forever. They've been dropping random encounters in
Sneak it in.
space.
They've
Like
been
just
sneaking
stuff
those
we've
in
never
since
seen
the
before. All of
beginning,
a sudden you're on a ship with a bunch of robots getting a survey done. Like it's just random stuff like that. Why can't we do that with POIs?
Amen.
Why can't we have that same thing?
Mr. Surfer says every time Mr. Matty Plays talks about 76 or Starfield, he wishes they would die to make room for new single-player Elder Scrolls and Fallout games. I know. I've heard that as well, and there's a lot of people that love 76. I mean, it's gone on to 8 years and just grown in player count.
Studio that does 76 and Elder Scrolls Online separate studio. So
It
don't worry
is
about
a
that.
total separate studio. And Starfield still has a rather large fan base that plays it. And I say large, it's not as large as some of the other games, but even Todd Howard said it was what did he call Starfield? A Game Pass beast. In other words, a lot of people on Game Pass, a lot of hours on Game Pass go to Starfield, and I'm still playing it. I love it. I don't want to sit. I was so
I'm
happy.
enjoying it. Yeah.
So happy when Todd said it's not dying. You know, they're gonna keep doing it. But yes, I like Mr. Matty. I've met him. He's nice. But yeah, I wished he wouldn't go negative. He's not near as bad as some out there. There's some that what's the guy's name? Legacy Killer, I think is his name. I would call him the Killer. He's
Oh, yeah.
super negative to Bethesda all the time. All the time. Every video goes negative.
about
Guitar
this.
and Gaming says maybe like a DLC where you travel back in time to Earth to see what happened visually. I would definitely like them to expand on Earth.
Oh, dude, yeah. They got the they have like Operation Anchorage in Fallout, right? Where
Yes.
you're going back in time.
Yes.
Let's see the development of the grav drive. Let's
Yes.
be the Starborn that shows up and shows the guy how to make a star. Like, oh, dude, that would be so
That
much
would
fun.
be great.
I love that.
Even on the current map, though, they could add things to Earth that are handcrafted. It could be underground, you know, so that's how we hadn't
Yeah.
seen it up until now. But
Find the hidden societies underneath the ground. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
please.
Hollow Earth theory. Here we come.
I think that
It's
was
a dead Earth, so maybe.
I think that's something they missed out on doing horribly. I think they should have done more with Earth when the game first came out. Absolutely, 100%.
Legendary Yobi, he said he wants a hangar or they, I don't know if it's a he or she, I want to have a hangar in space as a base where it houses all your ships so you can look at them and choose from. How badass would that be? Yeah, like
That's
space
called
stations.
space stations.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And I get what he's saying. Like in GTA, you have your garage.
Garage, yeah.
You go in there, you can see all your cars and stuff like that.
You actually fly them
And-
into a hangar. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because you can kind of do this with Watchtower by King Gath Creations. Whenever you dock with Star Dock, and if you look around, you
There's
can
all
see
your
all
other
of your
ships.
fleet
Uh-huh.
docked up with you, and then all of your
Just
crew
can't
goes
go to
the
them
Star
and
Dock.
dock them.
Yeah.
That's a good one. A lot of 76 love on here.
Yeah,
See that?
the high conductor says
Any ESO love?
76 is on the back end of its life. I do agree with that to a certain point. I think 76 is going to last until after Fallout 5. Right now, they are, and I know what you're talking about, high conductor. You've said it in the past as well. They're having a lot of trouble with 76. As Kilo said earlier, anytime you add something, you're adding, they're about to add the 67th update. And whenever you add something to a game like that, it's going to mess up something over here, you know.
Yep.
Yep.
But one of the main things they're doing is getting the game upgraded this year with the next gen upgrade and all that, making it optimized and all that. They're trying to get it to where it has a better base to put future updates on it. But I have no doubt that Fallout 76 is going to last until after Fallout 5. And then I think they'll probably have a discussion about whether they're going to do another multiplayer game after that. And it's
For a skull.
if it made money, they're going to make another multiplayer game.
For a small scale example, I believe Widget told this story on our show about the potato under Whiterun.
Yeah.
That you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is there a potato under Whiterun?
Tell us the story.
Because for some reason, when you take it out, everything breaks. No explanation. It's just what it is. And that's a small scale. Now multiply that by Fallout 76.
Yeah. And
You
it's
just never-
it's two engines Frankenstein together and all those updates on it. Yeah.
And no matter how big your testing team is, things are going to squeak by.
Yes, absolutely. I didn't know there was a potato under.
Yeah, we find these random bugs in development that have no reason or rhyme to them, and usually they're obscure. So like 3,000 or 4,000 different things have to happen all at the same time for it to occur, but it's still there. And the only fix is to put some random object in one spot that no one can see.
Right. Guitar and Gaming says there's no hate on 76, but as a single player, I wish Fallout had the love that 76 gets. And I definitely understand that. And I think single player people are about to be very happy in the next few years because, again, Fallout 3 Remastered is coming very soon. Elder Scrolls 6 is coming very soon. We're just gonna have to start getting bam, 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 bam of single player Bethesda games, and plus we're about to get the DLC and stuff for Starfield as well. Do y'all see any other comments there? I was kind of looking through a few. We are down to the last 5 minutes of the show. Can y'all believe we've gone an hour and a half already?
Oh, man.
Nope.
Flies by, don't it?
It does fly by. Well, I
Every time we
appreciate
do our show, I have to remind Kilo, hey, we're going long, man.
we got to shut
Okay,
it down.
don't even start with your ESO. Listen, this guy
that
in his
last episode was me. I get it.
18 pages of notes. I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
was
Joe.
3.
Joe, you've got 5 minutes to talk about ESO. Go.
Play it. It's awesome. Amazing. They're doing wonderful things this coming year.
Yeah,
All the new
I
content's
saw
coming out for free.
I saw the roadmap. What's going on with ESO right now?
Oh, pretty soon, in a couple days, they're going to be releasing 4 of the biggest DLC content they had in the past be rolled into the main game. So you pay $20 on Steam and you get huge amount of content. It has more playable content than nearly any MMO or game on the market, and it's still being added to every 3 months. It's
And
huge.
it's coming to PlayStation Plus with all of that, and
They're
you can
doing
get it
a
for
battle
free
pass
if you have
system.
Essential.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah.
I mentioned that last week on the KingCast. If you are part of the PlayStation Plus, you literally get all that content for free. So go play it, 100%. Okay, Joe.
If you have a guild in ESO, I'm looking for one at the widget.
There you go.
I just got back into the game after playing it. I used to play it for several years, and it's so amazing.
I need to get back. I need to
last-
get back into playing it more. There's just so much to play. I've got.
There is.
Yeah, I'm
Last
That's the
playing.
thing I
beautiful
noticed-
thing about it, though, is you can play whatever you want.
Well, let's finish.
been up-
Let's finish
this has been
with
up here
that.
a couple
Right now,
times.
I'm playing because it just came to Game Pass. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's what I'm. That and Starfield's the main thing I'm playing right now, and Fallout 76. What are y'all playing right now,
Alchemy
mainly?
Factory. Alchemy Factory and ESO.
As Dusk Falls
Oh,
and Starfield. As Dusk Falls, it's on Game Pass. It's really good. It's like a branching storyline thing. It's pretty cool. I recommend checking it out.
very cool. And my last question for y'all: are y'all interested in going to play Crimson Desert? It's coming up March the 15th. It looks pretty amazing.
It looks awesome,
Yeah,
but it's
y'all
not-
need to check it out.
The next major title on my radar, other than any Bethesda game, is Fable.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to play Fable. I can't
Grand Theft
wait.
Auto 6.
Grand Theft Auto.
100%. Yep.
Is it going to come out without being delayed again?
I think so.
Yeah, I do
At this
too.
point, I think they've come out and confirmed over and over again, like, no, really, it's coming out. That one and Cyberpunk 2 that they're working on right now.
Yeah.
Those are the two that I think I'm most excited about.
The Witcher 4. Man, there's so many good games that are just...
No Surfer Game Pass is definitely not going away.
No.
No, I don't
No way
think
in
so. You know, that...
It's going to be changing, but it's not going away.
Yeah, there's a whole debate there whether Game Pass hurts Xbox or not, but they're too invested in it for them to back off. Chance says, I pre-ordered Crimson Desert yesterday. Very cool.
There you
Very
go.
cool. I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to absolutely have to try it.
I highly recommend Alchemy Factory. It's a little indie game that's in early development on Steam. It's really, really cool. Really good.
What's it? Is it a Skyrim
It's
type?
it's a factory building game simulator.
Oh, okay.
But set in medieval ages. You run a little medieval shop, and you're basically building and designing these automated processes to make all your potions and gears and things that you sell in your store.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is my favorite area of time. I love watching movies, shows, and playing games on medieval stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
You and me both.
Well, guys, thank y'all again for joining. I appreciate y'all being here so much.
Thanks for having us.
Anything y'all need to say about your channel or anything else before we get out of here?
Episode 35 releases in 2 minutes.
There you go. So now you've got another podcast to watch right after this. Well,
And we got a couple of interesting guests coming up over the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that as well.
awesome. Wonderful. Wonderful.
We're going to drag KingFanMan back soon.
Yes, thank
Definitely.
y'all. I always love being there. Yes, please go subscribe to Bethesda Unpatched. Again, their link is in the description below if you're watching this after live, or if you're here live with us right now, it's the pinned comment in the chat. So please go subscribe to their YouTube, and you'll have another podcast to watch right after this. Well, thank you all for watching today. I love the KingCast. I love getting to hang out with you guys. It's been a blast. Again, both you guys, love you being here.
Thank
Going to have
you,
to have you
team.
back again. Yes.
Anytime, man.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all have a great rest of your weekend. God bless you. Bye, everybody.
Peace out.